In an unprecedented fourth straight Super Bowl appearance, the Buffalo Bills came out with the look of a champion. Steve Christie's Super Bowl record 54-yard field goal put the Bills on the board as Buffalo built a 13-6 halftime lead.
Nothing getting away, baby. Nothing getting away.
They spot the ball at the 4, first and goal. Kelly waits. Thurman runs. Breaks a tackle. Goes in for the touchdown. Thurman Thomas has scored.
In the second half, however, the momentum of the game shifted, and the Bills once again came up short in their quest for a Super Bowl title. It was one more disappointment that this team would have to endure and overcome.
It's a long, hard struggle to get there. Everybody aspires to get into the game. We've been fortunate enough, and our players have been resilient enough to bounce back from one disappointment after another. But we put it behind us quickly. If you're going to have a chance to go back again, you have to put disappointments behind you, not dwell on them.
In perhaps his finest season of coaching, Marv Levy kept his team remarkably focused, helped them weather their storms, and steadied their championship course. In a season that could have been filled with pitfalls, the Bills never lost sight of their goals. The Buffalo Bills defied the experts, pushed aside their obstacles, and marched on to their fourth straight AFC championship, a feat never before accomplished. They have now become the NFL's winningest franchise in the 90s. And over that time, no team has played with more purpose, won with more heart, or overcome with more resilience.
I'm Sean Payton, and you're watching NFL Network.
As the Bills opened the 1993 season, many wondered how well they would come back after 3 straight Super Bowl disappointments. Bruce Smith and the Bills cleared up any doubts on opening day with a convincing rout of the Patriots.
Kelly backing up, looking, he throws, it's caught there, and it's Reed. Reed at the 20-yard line, still on his feet. To the 15, down to the 10, to the 5, in for the touchdown.
Andre Reed scored 3 touchdowns on the day, and rookie Russell Copeland got his first chance to break a big play.
And he gets the punt away, and here is Copeland at the 47 of New England, down to the 45, to the 40, and he's still on his feet. He's at the 35, at the 30, at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown! He runs in for the score! What a play by Russell Copeland!
Copeland's score capped off an explosive opening day for the Bills, but the following week, Buffalo's defense would steal the show against the world champion Cowboys in Dallas. The Bills manhandled the Cowboys on both sides of the ball.
It's all out war, baby.
With the Bills protecting a 3-point lead in the final minutes, the Cowboys marched to a potential winning score.
20 20 seconds left. Waiting Aikman, dropping back, looking end zone, throws, and it's broken up and intercepted. It is intercepted by the Bills. It is intercepted by number 43 on the play by Darby. They're going to win it here at Texas Stadium.
Matt Darby's game-saving interception typified the opportunistic, aggressive defense the Bills played throughout the season.
Everybody to the ball. Everybody to the ball now.
But this defense wasn't just Bruce Smith's 14 sacks and incredible athleticism. And it wasn't just Cornelius Bennett tossing quarterbacks aside. This was a team defense, with Jeff Wright and number 90 Phil Hansen helping to collapse the pass pocket, and each individual attacking the ball with a purpose. Every player looked to create an opportunity, from veteran Darryl Talley to youngsters Mark Maddox and Marvcus Patton. Buffalo refined the art of stripping the ball and led the NFL with 47 takeaways. In Week 5 against the Giants, Buffalo's ball-hawking defense was at it again.
Back to throw is Sims, and he fires it incomplete and then intercepted. It is picked off by Jones. He's at the 20, the 25, the 30, the 40, the 45, midfield, down to the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and in for the touchdown. Henry Jones goes 85 yards on the return.
Despite Henry Jones' score, the Bills trailed 14-10 in the final minutes before Jim Kelly pulled out the win.
Kelly waiting down to 3, takes the snap, backs up, will throw. He's got a touchdown to the tight end, Pete Metzlars.
At 3-1, the resilient Bills had proven they were definitely back for another title run.
In the history of sports, number 32, O.J. Simpson.
Buffalo's football history includes not only O.J. Simpson's 2,000-yard season, but also two men who were cornerstones of the Bills' rise to greatness. Safety Mark Kelso leads the Bills as the third leading interceptor in team history, while guard Jim Richer played more games in a Bills jersey than anyone. 1993 also marked Richer's final season with the Bills. And now a line in transition looks to young stars like tackle John Fina to step in and keep Buffalo solid up front. In his first season as a starter, Fina blossomed into an excellent pass protector, learning from veterans like center Kent Hull and number 65 guard John Davis. Late in the season, guard Glenn Parker was inserted as a full-time starter and further solidified a line that grew stronger by the game. Despite the transitions up front, Pro Bowl running back Thurman Thomas followed his blockers to lead the AFC with more than 1,300 yards rushing and over 1,700 total yards from scrimmage. A new spark was provided by free agent receiver Bill Brooks, who was second on the team in receiving behind veteran Pete Metzlars. With 68 catches, Metzlars became the first tight end in more than 30 years to lead the Bills in receiving. With such reliable targets, Jim Kelly was well armed throughout the season, and on a Monday night in Week 6, Kelly unleashed an air assault on the Oilers.
Kelly throws long to the end zone. BB, touchdown. He got it. What a throw by Kelly.
A red-hot Kelly burned the Oilers for 3 touchdown strikes.
Here is Kelly, play action pass over the middle. A man is there. Reed at the 10, Reed at the 5. He runs in for the touchdown.
Wait, hang with me, guys. Oh, get him, baby. Yeah, baby. Monday Night Football is where you got to be. That's what you got to do.
It seemed that someone always knew just what they had to do. In Week 8, it was Darryl Talley who made the pivotal play against the Jets.
The Jets with the ball, and Boomer wants to throw, and it is intercepted there. Picked off by Talley. He's down the sidelines to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown.
This team has found more ways to win football games than just doing it by offense or defense. I mean, we've done it with special teams. We've done it on some offensive plays. We've done it on big plays all the way around.
Special teams certainly contributed, as Chris Moore's punts always seemed to find their way into the arms of Pro Bowler Steve Tasker. And Steve Christie's kicks connected from the longest of distances.
59-yard try. Yeah. The kick is on the way, and it is good. He made it. You believe that?
It was hard to believe how many different Bills produced big plays over the course of the season. And not just veterans, but rookies like cornerback Thomas Smith, number 28. Smith showed the promise of being an impact player for years to come, as did rookie receiver Russell Copeland. In Week 10, with the Bills trailing the Patriots by 3 in the final minutes, Copeland's clutch catch set up the game-tying field goal with seconds remaining. In overtime, Steve Christie's winning kick completed the comeback. The Bills were finding every way imaginable to win, and at 7-1, seemed to be on the fast track toward the postseason. The Bills have always known that the more successful you are, the more you become a target for other teams. And at midseason, Buffalo was hit hard with 3 losses in 4 games.
Everybody's going to give you their best shot to try and knock you off the top. You know, it's like when you're a kid, you're playing King of the Hill. And we were King of the Hill, and everybody's giving us his best shot. We have to be able to counter.
I think one of the things we've been able to do over the years is put that stuff behind us, the bad game, the bad night, because we know how good we can play. And we feel very confident if we play well and we play our game, then there's nobody that can beat us.
Once again, the resilient Bills put their disappointments behind them and forged ahead to win their final 4 games, including a critical first-place showdown in Miami. Kenneth Davis scored 3 touchdowns, and Mickey Washington continued to make a big impact as a new starting cornerback.
Here's a pass coming up. Mitchell throws. Intercepted at the 20, the 15, the 10. Mickey Washington runs down for the touchdown. How do you like that?
It was one of 2 Buffalo defensive scores on the day.
Or no, a pass, and it is complete to the tight end. A fumble, and the Bills pick up the ball, and down goes Adams to the 5, and in for the touchdown.
Overall, the Bills moved the ball almost at will and produced their highest point total of the season. The win put Buffalo back in sole possession of first place, but in order to clinch the division title the following week, the Bills needed to overcome both the Jets and the brutal conditions. With the wind chill at 30 below zero, the Bills looked to their defense to rise up and put the division title on ice. In the end, the Jets' offense was stopped cold, and the more than 70,000 fans who braved the conditions watched their team hang on in the final seconds.
The put down, the kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it to the right, and the
name is Reginald. I'm a teacher. I'm a military.
From frigid Orchard Park, New York, Rich Stadium, 70,000 plus of God's frozen people are on hand in bone-rattling cold to watch the Bills and the Raiders get it on in an AFC divisional playoff game.
Once again, the game-time temperature hovered around 0, conditions which suited the Bills and their fans just fine. After the two teams battled through a scoreless first quarter, Buffalo's Steve Tasker came up with the game's first pivotal play.
With the wind at his back, he sails it on the ground, and it's taken by Tasker at the 30, run to the 35-40.
Tasker ignited his team with one of the biggest postseason plays in Bills history.
The 15, the 10, the 5, knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line in a spectacular play.
One play later, Kenneth Davis vaulted Buffalo on top. The lead wouldn't last long, however, as 2 Raiders scores forced the Bills to battle back from an 11-point deficit.
Come on, Buffalo! Come on, Jim!
Waiting for the snap, here's Kelly. Here's the blitz, he's back to throw. Looking, he throws long, all along. Brooks for the touchdown! It is Bill Brooks!
In a true test of resilience, the Bills stood up to the Raiders' challenge as Jim Kelly had one of his greatest postseason performances. With his team once again trailing in the fourth quarter, Kelly delivered one more time.
All right, here we go. Trailing by a point. 12-12 to play. Kelly to pass.
Look at Billy! Billy!
Dropping back, looking. He throws to the end zone. Brooks, touchdown! Billy Brooks, touchdown!
Kelly's second touchdown pass to Bill Brooks gave the Bills a 6-point lead. Bruce Smith and the defense made it stand up. Buffalo's defense nailed down the come-from-behind win. The victory prompted a familiar refrain throughout Western New York.
Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl. I gotta feel it. Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl. Har, 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 har.
Standing between the Bills and their 4th straight AFC title was future Hall of Fame quarterback Joe Montana. Buffalo stared down the legend across the line and looked to put an end to Montana's postseason magic. The Bills' defense made bad things happen all day. Buffalo ransacked the Kansas City offense. And late in the first half, a clutch interception by Henry Jones helped the Bills maintain momentum. Early in the second half, Buffalo officially knocked Montana and his comeback hopes from the game. With Montana and the Chiefs reeling, this was a day for one of the Bills' biggest stars to take center stage.
Let's go, Big O!
Here's another run on a delay for Thurman off the left side. He's through it at midfield. He breaks a tackle. Come on, Drake! Come on, Drake!
Thurman Thomas consistently ripped through the Chiefs' overmatched defense and set a Bills postseason record with 186 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. With Thomas carrying the load, the Bills never trailed. And in the fourth quarter, his 3rd touchdown of the day capped a convincing Buffalo victory.
Here's Thurman running right. He's in for the touchdown. He is in for the touchdown. 3 touchdowns for Squirmin' Thurman Thomas. And the Bills are making NFL history with a 4th straight American Football Conference championship. And they are going back to the Super Bowl for a 4th straight time.
Come on, baby. How sweet it is.
Over the past 4 seasons, other champions have come and gone. Only the Buffalo Bills have endured. They have overcome countless obstacles, come back from the toughest of disappointments, and persevered to establish a level of excellence matched by few teams in NFL history. In 1993, the Buffalo Bills once again were to be applauded for their heart, praised for their courage, and above all, admired for being a team of resilience.
In 1988, Buffalo selected an All-American tailback from Oklahoma State as their 2nd-round pick. Thurman Thomas would go on to set the NFL alight with his all-around game. He led the NFL in total yards from scrimmage a record 4 consecutive seasons, leading his team to an unprecedented 4 straight Super Bowls. In 1991, Thomas was the league MVP, amassing more than 2,000 all-purpose yards. He became only the 11th player in NFL history to achieve that feat.
Thurman Thomas battling his way into the end zone.
The multi-dimensional Thomas displayed his versatility in all facets of the Bills' attack. He showed the strength and willingness to block much larger players. But it was his pass-catching ability that set him apart from most backs. For his career, Thomas had 472 catches for over 4,000 yards and 23 scores.
Kelly to pass, looks, throws wide open Thurman, and he is in for the touchdown.
A 5-time